WWE Raw is gay, with Asuka yelling at IYO not to talk to Rhea anymore? What in a Lesbio and Juliet is this? Nikki Bella calls Becky a B-word, C-word.
But you're another C-word.
Everything. Toni Storm retains yet again, this time tapping out Athena. Jordynne Grace NXT losing streak continues, and Ash by Elegance, aka Dana Brooke, is your new TNA Knockouts champion. Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS, and this is your Women's Wrestling Weekly. This is a packed pay-per-view PLE weekend with AEW, NXT clashing with Forbidden Door and Heatwave on Sunday. It's a busy week, and we got tons of women's matches, so let's talk about it. There's a lot to talk about. So starting with AEW and NJPW's Forbidden Door, we had 3 women's matches, women representing. I loved it. So on 0 Hour, we had the classic Diva-style massive 8-women tag match, Triangle of Madness, and Megan Bayne versus Chris Statlander, Queen Aminata, Willow Nightingale, and Harley Cameron, who just returned. I gotta say, it was really surprising to see it was the returning Harley Cameron who ate the pin, even after taking off her mask to use it as weapon on Megan. Megan ultimately pins Harley with a running Liger bomb, which always looks amazing. Oh, and Chris, Willow, best friends turned enemies. That whole shenanigans continue with Statlander accidentally laying Willow out, so yeah, I think this match was fine.
It's fine.
I guess this whole like multi-women soup of a match / storyline situation is gonna continue, because this is what happens if you have all 3 champions' reign staying super long, and I don't see anyone losing anytime soon, so I'm really kind of worried about this division as a whole. And also some cool notes regarding this match. We got Jamie Hayter returning from injury, and she's coming for Tekla in the Triangle of Madness. I was wondering where she was at, so good to see her. Like, I really missed her. And we don't know for sure if she's like officially all elite yet, but Isla Dawn wrestled on Collision, although she got like basically defeated really quickly by Megan Bayne with another running Liger bomb. But fingers crossed that we'll be seeing more of her, because she's so good. Then we got a fatal 4-way match, TBS Championship, Mercedes Moné versus Alex Owens, Bozilla, and Persephone. I gotta say, I have love-hate relationship with the Owens entrance.
Right, talk to us about it.
Because I'm like kind of hate it, but I also was like kind of addicted to it. I love saying that, like Owens. She is winning me over in that way. And Mercedes with her extra entrance. This might be one of my favorite looks from her in AEW. Like, love that black pink realness. And the Royal Guards carrying the 9 belts of Mercedes was like so cool, so extra. I love it for her. The only minute critique I have as an ex-army squad leader is these guards need to synchronize their walk. That pissed me off so much. I'd be like, 왼발, not 둘, 셋, 넷, 발 맞춰! This match was so fun, super fast paced, all these multi-women spots, like that unique Power of Doom spot, double sharpshooter, double crucifix into double statement maker, all loved it. But Bozilla, everyone, Bozilla really stood out here. First of all, I do have to say that as Korean, Bozilla is a very bizarre name. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It is a quite unique name for Koreans. Bozilla loved her smoke gas mask from the entrance. I loved all the power moves that she did, but what really made her stand out from all the other powerhouses that we've been seeing in the women's division is her big Bozilla attitude. It was so good. Even just like stepping on Mercedes and Persephone's hands during the double sharpshooter so they can't tap. It was so cool. Like, that big Bozilla energy was everything, and that moonsault out of nowhere, like, that gagged me. And that gagged Mercedes too. That interaction was probably one of my favorite moments from this match. And that Poisorana from Mercedes to Bozilla was really beautiful too. So I gotta say that Bozilla was the MVP of this match, and I guess she made her debut in like 2022. So if she's already at this level, I can't wait to see her look even more polished. The start is incoming. Persephone was good. She seemed a bit unpolished at some points, but she has improved immensely from the last time I saw her. I thought she was a masked wrestler, so I'm not sure what exactly was going on there. And Windsor is very solid in the ring, so I have no complaints about that. Anyway, at the end, Mercedes breaks Windsor's sharpshooter with Codebreaker, and then she reverses Persephone's high crossfoot victory roll for the win. Mercedes really is good at putting spotlights on the next generation's talents, because basically this match was Mercedes versus 3 like up-and-comers. So I think she did a great job highlighting everyone. I'm satisfied. Then we got AEW Women's World Championship, Athena versus Toni Storm singles match, with both of them looking freaking amazing. But Toni Storm, dramatic. And I love how this match started out and Toni like almost immediately Storm Zero's Billy Starks outside with her like just laying out. And then Athena drop kicks the heck out of Toni into the LED board barricade, breaking the screen, breaking it. And this was kind of a running gag, I guess, because Toni later shoves Athena back into the LED board to fix it magically. That was kind of a cute moment. Now this match, Athena was like insane here. Like, she was absolutely insane, doing all and everything. Dare I say, she almost did too much? Please don't hate me, but I'm just gonna be 100 right here.
Let me keep it 100 with you.
Because I think there was like a point where she did like 5 finisher-worthy moves back to back within like a 1 or 2 minute span, and it just was like I didn't really have time to process all these cool moves that she hit. I mean, I feel for Athena because like this is her finally getting this opportunity to shine in the big leagues, finally getting that big pay-per-view singles match after all these years dominating in ROH. And in a way, this is such a unique situation to Athena and how athletic she is, because I feel like I've never been aware. I was like, wow, that's too much of a good moves. Anyway, by the end, Billie wakes up again and she tried to trip Toni with the ring skirt, letting Athena hit Toni with the O-face over the rope. I swear I thought she might be doing it to the like outside to the floor, but still very, very cool. Out comes Mina Shirakawa to take out Billie. Then Toni blocks Athena's another O-face attempt and she taps out Athena. Taps out Athena with a TCM chicken wing. I was surprised that Athena tapped out to Toni. Here the forever ROH champion was out tapping. Yeah, at this point, I don't really know what AEW has in plans for these big 3 women, Toni, Mercedes, Athena, triple threat for all titles in the line, because like who knows what's gonna happen. But yeah, I feel like they will need to figure out something quick, because we got big backlog of talents just waiting for their moments, their opportunities, the title shot. So overall, I enjoyed this match, but honestly don't think this is either of their best work, so I'll just say I was fine with it, which is crazy because this was amazing.
It's fine.
Maybe my expectation for them was like really, really high. Now, moving on to NXT Heatwave, they one-upped AEW with 4 women's matches. This is a very healthy competition. I'm here for it. So we kick off the show with a triple threat for the #1 contendership. Lola Vice, Jada Parker versus Kalani Jordan. And this set up the tone for this whole night. This was a really fun match. Fun mix of 3 different styles. Jada's power, Kalani's high-flying flash, and Lola with her like deadly strikes. It was a really good mix. And I gotta say, I know Kalani's been stuck with this like purgatory of like, I want to be a bad girl, like the bad girl era where like she isn't fully there yet or whatever. I don't know what's going on fully, but she definitely was the MVP of this match. She was incredible with everything she did. Just love her move so much. And the ending was really cool here. So Lola catches Kalani's 450 splash with the triangle choke, and then she reverses her reversal into a guillotine choke. Then she dodges to let Jada take out Kalani with a big booty attack and rolls Jada up for the win. Yeah, so Lola is a new #1 contender. All 3 of them really deserves to be in the spotlight, so I'm happy whoever won, but I thought this was a really fun match, stratified. The next one was TNA Knockouts Championship, Ash by Elegance, JC Jane, and Masha Slamovich, with, of course, JC being the both Knockout and NXT Women's Champion. And we got both Fatal Influence and By Elegance brand out here to support. I gotta say, it was kind of interesting having like 2 women's triple threat matches. It's really hard to not compare the 2, but I guess having these outside interference, that does give this bit of a X factor here. And there we see referee eject Fatal Influence after seeing Jasmine Nix punch Ash. And also at the end of the match, By Elegance brand interferes by dragging JC Jane out of the ring after the champion hits Masha with the rolling encore, just the way she won the Knockouts title. And Ash connects this with rarefied air to pick up the win, bringing back the Knockouts title to TNA and becoming the Knockouts champion. Big shout out to Masha Slamovich. Even though she ate the pin here, she really was essential energy in this match. She brought so much intensity, the brutality here. I think she really like grounded this match, so I really enjoyed Masha being in here. I'm really mixed about this result because I am like so happy for Ash. First of all, I just love how she went from getting let go from WWE to coming back to NXT to win the Knockouts title from the NXT Women's Champion. I think that's really cool. And also when she first debuted in TNA, all these people clowning her for this like, oh, what is Ash by Elegance? What a stupid name. Well, joke's on you because she had this plan all along to make it into a whole By Elegance stable, the By Elegance brand. And now By Elegance brand holds all the Knockouts title in TNA. So she knew what she was doing. She's thriving. And I also love that this match, like she really showed anything beyond what we could have expected from Dana Brooke. So she also grew a lot as a wrestler. Truly the queen of opportunity. She ran with the opportunity she got outside of WWE.
Opportunities.
On the other hand though, like JC Jane winning the Knockouts title was such a historically important moment. It was a huge moment, and I just really am surprised that nothing bigger came out of it. Am I the only one that's disappointed? Like, it was such a great opportunity to do like a massive inter-brand civil war type event, but not even that. We didn't even get to see like JC do much with it. Like, no JC colonizing Knockouts division. Like, I guess we saw like one segment of her like talking shit about them, but not really anything like substantial. No Fatal Influence implosion over the greed of having all the gold, Knockouts invasion on NXT locker room, like really possibility was endless. Is this all the creative could think of? Like, I just feel like such a missed opportunity because they could have really done something big, something fun. I will say Stratified because I'm really happy for Ash, but like I feel like it's just like I needed more. Then we got Jordynne Grace versus Blake Monroe singles match, and this match was so good. So this went almost like kind of exactly how I thought it might go, but seeing it happen, it was just glorious. So it was basically just Jordynne Grace overpowering, brutalizing, dragging Blake by her hair, throwing Blake everywhere, mopping floor with her, just doing all those inventive, cool superpower moves that she's really good at. She's just so incredible with it. Just seeing her would heal my constipation. I love it. And Blake would fight back with her signature nasty, piercing style. She's a diva down, but I don't know if there's anyone else who's like as freaking nasty and scrappy as she is. This match felt personal, emotional from the start with a slap, hiding behind commentary team. And this match, like, crowd was chanting fight forever. But you know, my favorite point, obviously, is when like Blake did that stratosphere and Jordynne just overpowers her, picking her up with the sheer power to do an avalanche power bomb that was crazy. And at the end, Blake yet again outsmarts Jordynne by tripping her into the exposed turnbuckle, stomping her face into it, and finishes her off with the glamorous DDT. So good. I'm very satisfied. And Jordynne, I feel so bad for her, seeing her lose here yet again. Also, I just noticed how her entrance theme song starts out with "It's not over until I win," and how she lost all of her PLE singles matches. I think it's just so ironic. I really do love Jordynne Grace. I've been a her fan since like her TNA days. And in this match, even outside of her power move, she also like did an incredible job showing her frustration, her emotions throughout this match. And I honestly don't love these like vulnerable, like self-pity segments that they do with some of the superstars. They did it with like Gigi too. I don't love what's happening, but I think she's like too talented to fail. So I still have high hopes for her. And lastly, we got mixed tag match Chelsea Green and Ethan Page versus Hyra May Steels and Tabian Heights. And Chelsea here came up with a secret harvest and she dominated the crowd. Crowd freaking loved her. They were like even chanting Canada chant for her. I love this team of Ethan Page and Chelsea Green. Even the dance they were doing together at the end, it was like so cute, so hot. And I usually skip over men's part for mixed tag matches, but Ethan's big heart and the great chemistry between the two Canadians kept me hooked up the entire time. By the way, just shout out to Chelsea's drop kick. It's just so beautiful all the time. And at the end, we see Alba get really involved with this match. That Tyra's German for both Ethan and Alba was really, really cool. And Alba nails Tyra with super kick while the referee was distracted, letting Chelsea hit Tyra with Unprettier, with crowd roaring for Chelsea. Yeah, this was a fun match, stratified. I really didn't expect much from this match, but I was thoroughly entertained. Yeah, I'm here for Chelsea Green and Ethan Page anytime. Moving on to SmackDown, we're in Dublin with the hometown hero, Becky Lynch, coming to greet her hometown, and she says this is the first time a televised WWE show is taking place in Dublin. And you can see Becky looks genuinely so happy for this, and the crowd was just exploding for Becky and all that. But who is she? She is the man, she's the big time backs, and she's a big time heel right now. So she heel turns on her own people, and Dublin is such a pro wrestling town that they understood Becky's assignment perfectly. So they proceeded to boo the hell out of Becky, even chanting "We want Lyra," which was honestly really glorious. Yeah, Becky and Dublin tag team for the win. Probably one of my favorite Becky Lynch promos. It was really cool to see her interacting with the crowd. The energy was just so delightful. And Tiffany Stratton, our champion, comes out to call Becky Rebecca, saying she can leave or she will make her leave. Then Nia Jax comes out to attack Tiffany, saying she's a real big problem for Tiffany, with Jade running out to save her. Then Nick Aldis, the GM, comes out to book Becky Lynch and Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill, the big tag team match for the main event. And I love that we got to have these like backstage segments with Becky and Nia talking about how they like still freaking hate each other. They are still the mortal enemies, but they will team up together to go through Tiffany and Jade. So I did like that little backstage moment. The match itself though was surprisingly short. It was pretty much what you would expect from these four in a tag match. I was actually really excited to see what they're gonna do if Jade and Becky locks it in together, but here Jade like fully dominated Becky, with Becky tagging Nia in and leaves the match completely altogether. And Jade then power bombs Nia, and this was followed by prettiest moonsault ever and Jade's frog splash for the win. Yeah, this was more of like a fun house show realness match with no real repercussions to the overall storylines, if they have any really. It was entertaining, but it kind of lacked the storyline importance.
That's cute.
We also got Charlotte Flair versus Piper Niven singles match, with Charlotte going solo because Alexa's not medically cleared from last week's attack. Maybe they listened to my little rant last week, my plead. So Piper showed up and showed out, pinning Charlotte Flair. Let's go. She even kicked out a moonsault, which was really, really cool. And Charlotte did Piper so good, selling like a pro for her. So at the end, Charlotte locks in Piper in figure 8, but Chelsea rakes her eyes, letting Piper to land a big Piper driver for the win. Again, huge win for Piper. I mean, the match wasn't like mind-blowing or anything, but I still really, really just love any opportunity for Alba and Piper to look good, look dominant as they should. So I'm satisfied. And finally, we got a rare appearance from the actual SmackDown mid-card champion, because, you know, don't forget about US champion Julia, she's still here. So Kiana was telling Julia that they're like locking in a contract so someone can join their team. So I don't know, it might be Jordynne, who's like losing every time. I don't know. Is there anyone that you want to see join this team? Then Mitchin comes in to confront Julia, demanding a title match, but Kiana says she'll have to first go through her, so we'll be getting Mitchin versus Kiana James in near future, hopefully. Yeah, this is good, because like right now Julia has been booked more like a concept than a champion. She really just like is a ghost walking around backstage, not really defending her title at all. So let her wrestle, let Mitchin wrestle, let all these women wrestle, please. That's what the mid-card title was for. And guys, let's talk about Raw, because it was hella gay. So we got Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez singles match, and before the match, Io comes to find Rhea backstage to tell her that they will need to keep their distance for a while after Asuka and Rhea's big confrontation last week. And as Rhea agrees and walk away, Io holds Rhea's hand and say, "Thank you for understanding," and they hug, while Asuka and Kairi watch them from the back. Oh, they are seething back there. They are serving some homophobic parents realness from the back, being all gooped and gagged watching this. In the match, we see Roxanne Perez target Rhea's knee over and over again. She's so scrappy like that. But Rhea Ripley, our lesbian queen, is the super Rhea Ripley, and she drop kicks Raquel on the outside and riptides Roxanne for the win. And immediately Raquel and Roxanne beat her down, attacking her weak knee with crowd chanting for Io. And it's true power of love, because Io runs out for the save and they defeat the straight Roxanne Perez and Raquel and embrace each other in the ring, all lovey-dovey. And backstage things get really steamy, super lesbian-y. They're like, so much for staying away. And Rhea's like, baby girl, you don't owe me anything. Oh, the love is in the air. Then the angry mother Asuka with concerned heterosexual sister Kairi Sane comes in to scold Io, yell at her to never talk to Rhea again. This is giving me full PTSD from my mom yelling at me. I mean, I did think Asuka was giving some like rich anti-realness lately with the way she was dressing up, so this was all just a build-up for this motherly scolding moment. And this ends with Asuka storming off and Io going, "Please trust me," at Kairi, only for her to be like all dramatic and walk away. Oh, Kairi has been serving face lately. I live for this. This is like the gayest thing I've seen since like Mickie James, Trish Stratus back in like 2006. I mean, forget that they didn't even talk about the elephant in the room, the vacant ward title. Love is blinding. I truly enjoyed where this is going. Stratisfied. And we got this Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella face-off segment. So Becky comes out to complain about how Nikki wanted to do this face-off, and she's like, "What am I, some kind of a dog that answers to her call?" With Nikki coming out with, "Bam, if you're not a dog, why are you acting like such a little." This segment was really unhinged from there. Becky calling Nikki Brokeback Barbie. So Io and Rhea's broke back and Nikki's broke neck. Another hilarious interaction was when Nikki was like, "Where are your balls, Becky?" And she's like, "I have balls! I have balls!" And Nikki calling Becky a C-word, a coward. And Becky's going like, "Oh, that's a way worse of a C-word than I thought it would be." This interaction was like so wild, so unhinged. I really, really enjoyed it, but I feel like the crowd was like not really fully into it. I really wish they reacted better, but I feel like the crowd, lack of crowd reaction comes from the fact that most male straight fans don't respect the Bella Twins as wrestlers or legends, which is just such a travesty. It's really frustrating because they were very quiet at certain points. They really should have been like supporting Nikki. But I do also agree that Nikki has always been a better heel than babyface, so that's that. So just like that, Becky, who's just so upset about the assumption that she has no big balls anymore, Becky accepts Nikki's challenge at Clash in Paris. So it will be Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch for the IC Championship, which I'm so excited about. It's going to be a great match. And when Nikki so easily took that title from Becky and she like posed with this, she looked so good with this, so we'll see how that goes. I'd love another Nikki Bella championship reign. Like, I still can't believe that she didn't take any of the SmackDown championship, like no modern era championship, so I'm ready for another one. And if there's anyone that's by any chance curious about what happened last week, Naomi vacating the Women's World Championship, is anyone interested? Because it doesn't seem like anyone in Raw was really that interested about it. Well, thankfully our number one contender Stephanie Vaquero was also very curious curious about what was going on, so she asks the GM Adam Pearce to learn that her Paris match is officially off. It's gone. But he has someone in mind for the championship match, so he will let us know next week. Because, you know, why not? Why not just wait another week? So we will see what's going to happen with the championship. More to come here. And that is it for this week's Women's Wrestling Weekly. Next weekend is Clash in Paris, so it's like busy. But I'm also currently editing my dream interview episode with Jillian Hall, so that's going to come out after Clash in Paris because we want that episode to like breathe and have some time to shine. So it's going to come out after. But super excited to share that interview with you guys. Like, it was such a cute episode. But as you know, we got a lot more cool content coming up and ring the bell. So go subscribe if you haven't yet. And you can follow me on DSShin, Instagram, and ring the bell DS on Twitter. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!